Good morning, everybody. I hope I've got this microphone here. Like I've used this microphone before, but it just seemed to make things sound worse. Like I don't know. Maybe I had the settings wrong or something. But anyway, I hope that you'll be able to hear me on this. I'm going to continue with the generational, curse breaker series, and we're following a particular energy. Of this boy child that was actually given to his uncle and auntie to raise him as their own, but he was actually from his uncle's side. But he didn't know that, and then he had a relationship, got somebody pregnant, and then there was discussions with the family and the church, and they put the girl into care in an orphanage. Not in an orphanage. They put the girl into an institution, like they used an institution for single mothers, because they made a judgment of him as well, and like he wasn't wealthy at all, like he had no money, he had no job, and couldn't support the girl, although he offered to, what I'm getting. And then they put her in the institution, and they took the child and put her, I said her, so it might have been a girl child that went to the orphanage. So there's a whole lot of confusion going on there about the lineage, because the boy in the first place was the product, I suppose you would have called him a bastard child. So his biological mother was Indigenous, and the father was a white settler. And the father had a child to this Indigenous girl, and then she had a child. So this boy actually come from the girl's child. So the white settler father was also the boy's grandfather. You see what I mean? So the lineage was, and then given to the uncle and auntie to raise because of the scandal. And because there was talks between the justice system and the churches, and they made a decision to, like this was all sort of like orchestrated to confuse the lineage, the ancestral lineage. So then once he, because you can imagine in a small place, because this is a smalling regional area, there wouldn't be many options for, partners. And so this boy, not knowing his real biological parents, are then susceptible to be, more incestual relations to occur, because they don't know who their real parents are. Anyway, so the authorities took it upon themselves, as well as the girl's parents, to put the girl into an institution and the child to be taken and put in an orphanage. So that's where we're up to. So I had some people, request that we follow the lineage of the girl in the orphanage. So the child of the child. Another one. All right. So I'm going to use I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to go back and actually follow what happens to him as well, alright? But for today we'll see how far we go with the child in the orphanage. Okay, so I'm going to see where it starts with the Queen, the Moon Queen Oracle. Let's see where we go. Hopefully you can hear me with this. This is really annoying having this stuck in front of my face, but if this is what I've got to do for people to hear. The ones that, people keep saying they couldn't hear. Hopefully this is better. But I believe that people that are needing to hear are hearing the messages. All right. So let's get into it. Holy Spirit, we're following the lineage, the orphan child. To the single mother. Discernment. So this is intuition and discernment. So following the intuitive. This is what was being suppressed here. Like they put the children in orphanages and confused the situation of who they were in this card. So this is, we've got number 10 as well, so this is the new beginning. See how she's got the clouded vision, she's got the cloud over her face. Let's turn this down a little bit. Can't turn that very far. So they have to, so a lot of the time there's children, see how she's got, this is like the following intuition, so the feeling, and this is what the orphanages and the churches wanted to suppress that inner knowing. And the inner knowing and, like clouding that, the third eye and getting that information from the Holy Spirit. See all those orbs there? That's getting getting the downloads from the Holy Spirit and the ancestors. But they wanted to cloud this, and part of that clouding was to, to cloud that vision of the individual to even know where they came from. So they didn't even tell this child about who their mother was at all. What happened to the mother, I don't know at this stage. I've got a feeling it ended young. So it was about clearing that intuition and blocking the creative, the root chakra, all the chakras pretty much, root chakra, so where they came from, that's the root chakra, and then the sacral chakra, so that was always infected with trauma, and the solar plexus, so solar plexus and the sacral chakra is about your creativity and your growth and, creativity and growth. But that also blocked the heart chakra, so, like that heartfelt understanding of like where you come from, so that there was a break between the root chakra and the heart. Like no connection to the roots. And then that was the blinding of the third eye chakra as well. as well as the throat chakra, to be not spoken about, and blocked intuition from the crown chakra. So the church was designed to block all those chakras for these orphans to not know. The idea and the policy was about that they thought that it was better that they didn't know where they came from. Let me just put that away. Okay, let's see where we go now. Okay, so what happened as this child grew? Holy Spirit, the child in the orphanage, the girl child in the orphanage, masked, the will. This is the breaking of the spirit and the will. We've got a masculine on the bottom of the deck. The masculine, there's a masculine, oh look. Just let me hold this one for a minute. Oh. There's a masculine energy in the background who's like the twin flame. Look, see that little child there? And the little girl's got the spark in the mind. Oh, look, they just dropped the light behind us. See that? See that? And the girl's got their intuition. See how she's got the light? And she's like the light for the masculine energy as well. And I'm getting like this, see these moons and the two rods, there's a connection here. This is like, like telepathic connection. But he doesn't know who's got the other rod. He's holding it out like that. There's a telepathic connection here. It's these two children here. There, sorry. Okay. There. It's the two children. So he knows there's a child there. Now that could be a twin, like literal, or like that twin flame connection. Brother and sister even, that intuitive connection that there is some family somewhere. Yeah. And so this is the girl in the orphanage. Look at the mask that she's got to wear. So everything's masked with this magic. And even I'm getting like, she's like consuming something, right? But it's like I can see this disassociation thing going on here with that big, whatever that is around her neck. It's like disassociating from the body, and there's this emptiness here in the body. So the whatever she's consuming spiritually from the church is just in the head and disassociated from the body, from the chakras. Forced to wear a mask and be clogged up in the throat to not speak. Because so this is the blocking of the intuitive psychic connection with the earth. So I'm seeing the earth down here, and there's always space between. Oh, hang on. Somebody just flicked it straight out of my hand, right across the room. Okay, so obviously somebody doesn't want to speak about this shit. So this is, like in this one, see, this here is like he's holding this rod out, like who belongs to this rod? You know, who am I connected to here? Right? So this is so we've got a boy orphan and a girl orphan here. And like his is above his head. Hers is like, and got this big space in between. So it's a breaking of that intuitive connection to the body. Disassociation with trauma. And you know, like this is cloaked, like, see, this is like the curtain, the veil. This is, you know, the veil. The veil as well. So it's like there's a big gap here in the mind. Like, this is like the disassociation from when, what does that keep doing that? So what I'm getting here is, this is like the child getting to an age, how many have we got there? 4. So I'm seeing this as like as a cycle, and this is like 4 years old. And then a trauma occurred to disassociate the body from the mind, from the heart as well, right? And there's a big gap because the disassociation makes the child, because of the trauma, makes the child forget and become, you know, like underdeveloped in the mind because there's a whole big gap in there that's missed out. And then they get to, so there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. So when they get to their teenager year, I wouldn't say they're awoken. Actually, this is more like, I'm even getting like, there's a whole big gap here in this person's life. This is what I'm getting, and the disassociation even from the earth, the planet, you know, being the ground we walk on. And this is because this is our roots. It's like this child is 13. I just got 13. And this is the disassociate. This is also, so this child get to 13 and then disassociated from the orphanage as well, put out. With no anything, just floating around in space almost, like no guidance, just floating around in all the space, having to hold a mask and not speak. The crown chakra's clogged up, the throat's clogged, just confused. So, and this, the masculine here is searching for what he's missing as well. What's at the end of these here? But there's a connection here with these two children. And they feel it spiritually, but they don't know where that's coming from because there's a big gap. Wow. So, okay, so the programming has gone on within the orphanage. I can't say a whole lot, well, it's not telling me a whole lot about that. But all I can say is that both the masculine and the feminine here are, longing for that connection, the soul connection. That can be in family, that can be, a love connection. And so they're longing all the time. They're longing. They're trying to fill that big gap that's there. Where do we go to from here, Spirit? So let's say they've left the orphanage at like a young age, like 12, 13. The boy I've got here is 7. Oh, no, 6. That's the disassociation. 6. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, and what I'm seeing here with this masculine is that disassociation. He's saying he's 6. He's traumatised. I can see it in his face here. Traumatised, and so he was put through his disassociation ritual. I'll put it like that. It's a disassociation ritual for them to detach from spirit and their intuition and implant that longing. But here, this is like it's almost like the little girl there in this image, she's got the spark in the mind, right? So she's still holding something. Or spirit is there. Spirit's, it's like there's still a spark from spirit in guidance. But the boy, you can see how he looks like he's sort of like just tugging away a bit. See how it looks like he's trying to pull away from that girl. Disassociation from the feminine. And so this is part of the ritual. And they look like they're about 6 too, both of those children. So, somebody wants me to shut up. Yeah, okay, and part of that disassociation was that taking away and putting them to the orphanages and not having the feminine connection for the boys. There was no feminine connection for the boys. It was just like all male dominant energies, all masculine and no balance with the feminine. It was a bit different. It was a bit different for the girls because the girls in the orphanages, they still had the priests that used to come to their orphanages. They were like overseers, like for the nuns. And so they still had that father figure kind of, being a father, a priest, kind of like not healthy, but they still had a masculine representative there, I guess, and like being brought up in a church with God, so called, because this is sort of like a masked religion to be spiritual, but on the dark side. Even though there was people there like the nuns, not all, but some were actually there with good intention to be there to nurture the children, but they were not ever given enough resources to be able to do that effectively. And it was basically controlled by the priests, who were then in turn working, and this is bell work, right? This is like dark energy for the boys it was all connected, but for the boys it was like, that there was a real agenda to separate those boys from all feminine energy. So they're confused. So when they're let out into the society, pushed out to work, basically they had to work in the industries, for the industries. They didn't have, and neither did the girls have a real connection with the opposite sex. And the boys had only learnt to be dominant over the feminine energy, because that's what was taught in the church as well, that the man is the power and he should stand over the feminine energy. And so they were always like forcing themselves onto the women, because that's what they were programmed to do, to become over-domineering. And always on the take, always, because that's what they were programmed to have, that desire, because you take away and then there's always that thing that's missing that you're always trying to regain. And for those masculine boys, they will always try to fill that void because of that loss of the feminine energy. I'm feeling that emotionally now. It's very, very emotional for this masculine. That abandonment issue, the abandonment issues of the feminine energy. And the girls too. The girls are trained to be submissive under the masculine energy, with the way that the churches were run, with the feminine nuns and that ruled over them, who were then, and some of them were bullies because they were being overpowered for the higher, like the fathers or the priests, the bishops, domineering over the feminine energies, the nuns. And so the women were actually trained to be submissive and to pretty much do as you're told. Do as you're told energy. Not question, just do as you're told. And so that it's doing whatever they're told. And because the masculine energies were trained to be the dominant power, the feminine energies were expected to do as they were told. Lay down and take it. But also for the boys were also programmed to be submissive as, like having their place in society, like only ever being able to get to an overseer level, I'll say it like that, an overseer level of the feminine energy, but not, but submissive to the industry, the higher powers of the industry, trained to be just, the labourers, the slavers. But they were allowed to and encouraged to be the domineering factor over their feminines and children. And the way they did that was basically. Because the boys were taught to be submissive in that way as well. Because you've got to remember, this is satanic ritual disguised as godly in the religious churches. But that is a fallacy, that's a disguise, right? Okay. So here we have patience. This is like the children of the corn type thing. Falling to the stars. So she's got the balloon there. This is red. It's to do with the sacral chakra, the roots, the longing of the roots, where they came from. And she's looking off to the stars and the moon and, trying to find the connection. It's certainly not here on this earth, on this ground here. There's no, there doesn't seem to be, this person's separated from the earth, their root. But the balloon's also giving me like that, like being caught in that childlike energy, because when people have been traumatized as a child, and that disassociation thing, that's that void there. So this is this is the void, and this is the void, but she's going to the void, and this is closing in this circle, like the cycle. The circle is the cycle, and it's closing in on, but she's looking to it, like searching for whatever was lost in that void, because there's a whole disassociation where they don't even remember, and that's that that's that MK Ultra MK Ultra magic, the rituals, the satanic rituals of putting people through trauma to disassociate. But Spirit's saying to have patience, because for this person there is something. They know there's something for them. So this is about the disassociation from God and Spirit as well. These churches were working with the powers that be, the powers of the time, still, it hasn't changed. Just the organisations have changed names pretty much. But still, churches are still involved. I keep looking at this hacker here. It's like hacking your mind to cause change. That's the disassociation again. So that light go down like that, putting into darkness. No guidance. There's no guidance in the darkness. There's no light there. Balance. So this mother figure here is holding on to the light, but her face and her eyes are in the clouds. But that's like blind guidance. That's like having faith. The balance. And autumn leaves. It's like change as well. Change of season. She's holding on to the light. Yeah, it's blind. It's like blind faith, having faith in the light, but not being able to see where that's going. And here again, like there's see that? The light on the forehead. I don't know what that was. The plan, the creation plan. This is God's creation as well. This is like God's allowed. This is part of the creation, like with the scrolls there. It's like part of the plan, you know, for the collective's growth or this person's growth. To where we are now. So let's go back to the actual child. So this child now has left the institution and they're out on their own and they're looking for their direction, or you know, like this where were they going to? Yes, surrender. So we've got this surrender, but this is also giving me like surrendering to whatever's they've been put into with a blind faith, right? There's the blind faith that because they didn't have any control over where they were going after they left the orphanages. It was like they were put into work houses and work labourers, the girls domestics, but they had to go with it because there was no powers. They had to surrender, so we got surrender. Surrender to that, but yeah. And then we've got release, and we've got the butterflies there, and the butterflies are often associated with MK Ultra, like the ripple effect. So so when they were released from the orphanages, so I say released because this is it, and the butterflies are released. See, so these children were brought up in this way to be broken and disassociated in the mind, and like MK Ultra to always have that lack mentality, which created that slave labour mentality, that always wanting for the boys, like it was that domineering energy to be always on the take and always looking for retrieving that feminine energy, but doing it in a domineering fashion. And the girls were expected to submit. And so, anyway, those children were programmed for this and then released into society to go and have their own relationships, to go and have relationships with this lack mentality and this programmed abusive behaviour. With the lack mentality. Alright? They were supposed to be actually releasing these children, they could have actually released their children with the mind to be, they were told about faith and in God and that, but it was a corrupted version because of the abuse going on in the background. So then people became faithless, and this was part of the ritual. That's what it was about, to actually disassociate them from spirit, disassociate them from the connection to their roots, and that's in the environmental as well as in the spiritual and family units. Okay, so we're up to they've been released. Let's see where they're going. It's like being released from jail, and you have no idea of what to expect, because these people were it's like a jail. They didn't have any skills to what was going on in the outside world at all. They weren't taught that. They had no idea how to operate without being told what to do. And this is what we call institutionalised. Because that was the actual ritual, that was the purpose, that was the intention, is to create this whole society of institutionalised people. To then, so then the MK Ultra program is that's the butterfly effect, and then they release them out into the universe, out into the rest of society, to perpetrate what they had learned or been programmed to do. And that was not of God. It was designed to keep them small and stuck, and be slaves to the system. Kept immature. So that's what happens when you go through trauma as a small child. You get, people do break out of it because they learn about it and they go and heal, and people have done that. Others stay. The majority, I hate to say it, but the majority of people get stuck in that immature mentality, and that's getting stuck, right, with the hangman and the page of wands. So it's like a whole bunch of children, immature children, going out there in disguised as adults. But they weren't really. I mean, these children were released quite young. Yeah, with this wand energy, the king, the knight of wands energy. That's that I'm going to go out there and get what I want. You know what I mean? And but it's without that without the empathy for whoever they're, that with the domineering energy. You've got to remember that these people have been programmed to actually be submissive, and so then they want to then be the powerful. So they're always trying to get to dominate because they lost their masculinity. And for the girls to be submissive, lustful, always, needing, being needy, you know what I mean? That needing somebody to domineer them and tell them what to do. And not being able to defend for themselves. So this girl has been released but feeling needy. And so here, like in this one, she's holding on to that red balloon, like this is all she's got, is that little bit of a memory of a child. Discernment, the cloud of judgment. This new beginning, 10 is 10. A new, trying to defend themselves in the big wide world outside of the institution has been reversed, so they don't have the support of the institution anymore. I mean, they're still floating around in the background, but not in a supportive, not the correct supportive way. So they're defenceless. Or they're trying to defend themselves. But they're doing it with the wand, with the boy here. The ending of that institution with the high priestess here. It's not the ending of the institution, but the ending of being in that institution and then expected to cope. Like they've been cut out, but not cut out, if you know what I mean. Like kept, but not kept. Like kept to be there to work in the industries, but not kept. The women, under this tyrannical energy. So here I've got this King of Wands in reverse, which is, and here I'm seeing like this girl, right, 13 years old, she's been let out, 13 she is. So she's on this property here. Having to defend herself from all those wands. This is a beautiful young girl, and there's all these tyrants and knights of wands out there that are all just looking for somewhere to stick their wand. And there's no way of getting it, there's nowhere to go. But there's this longing energy. Now, I was looking at this world, so there's this big wide world out there, but where to go? And he's like looking at his wand, going, where do I put it? And now that other attachment with the wand behind is like the attachment to the institution, and I'm seeing these block buildings. It's like a castle, so that's like the institution, and he's looking out into the big world and leaving this institution and having to go out with their own wand on their own. That's the masculine energy there, but also the feminine energy is like how to survive. these wands. So this girl's willing then to submit to, look, we've got a thief here. And we've got the world, so this is like the world, out there, with all these thieves out there. It's not over with the Four of Swords here, the juggling of the pentacles, trying to survive. All these thieves, the Three of Wands, the paths, leaving the past behind, looking to see where their ships are going to come in, where they're going to come from. Because there's all these thieves out here wanting to, wanting to steal their soul, basically. So she's trying to defend herself from these wands. Masculine energies that have all got this domineering energy behind them. That's good. Okay. Yep. So this is the no, family has been cast out pretty much. You get to an age and you're out of the orphanage. You've got to fend for yourself. This is the Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they hold back the money. You go and work for your own money. You've got the Knight of Swords there. Page, this person's got no knowledge. It's Page of Wands in reverse, Swords in reverse. No knowledge. And this is like the authorities, like the law, and so we've got a Queen of Swords, a Page of Swords in reverse. So this is this real immature energy because they've got like wet behind the ears, right? And then you've got the Knight of Swords, which is you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right? So in trying to gain their knowledge, their wisdom with the Queen of Swords here, which is the like the ruling powers, it's cold energy. It's cold energy, all this. And the Knight of Swords, like being, whichever way you go, you're going to get cut down. Well, there's always that threat, of being cut down for trying to survive, because these kids were left to their own devices. Yeah, look, no partnerships, no love, no new beginning here. Like it's all been taken away, but they can't walk away from the ruling party with the Eight of Cups here in reverse. So pretty much this is working for the system. This is being the slave in the middle. And if you don't do as you're told, then you're going to get cut down. So it's back to being dominated, even though they were being given let out. So let's go back to the girl, right, with the patience here. The girl with patience. So what I just got here, look. I got the Devil and the Hermit. So what I just got, what the vision that I just had then was, like this, this girl at night, somebody coming in with their light. She's working for somebody. devil energy, and there's somebody coming in the night with their light, with the lamp. It's like, oh God, this poor girl. It's like a little wooden shed type room with a little single wooden bed with just a blanket, like a thin wool blanket, and like it's like wooden floor and wooden walls, like drafty, like a doghouse pretty much, with a little water jug and thing there, basin thing, enamel on a little stand. Anyway, but she's in the bed. Which is kind of a prickly bed. It's kind of got like stripy material, but it's prickly, like and it's kind of musty smelling. I'm getting all this, oh my God. But anyway, and it's cold, right? This is the people that she's working. Anyway, there's this figure here, this hermit here with the lamp coming in at night time. You see what I'm saying? This girl's like 13. And she's scared. And so, sorry, it's too much again. Fuck. Chained. It's like being chained to this filthy ass fucking hermit here, but it's not like a wise man. This is someone coming in with his fucking rod in the night time. And she's chained, she's bound to this, so she's disassociating, but she's got her little balloon, right? This is her happy place, and the stars, looking into the stars. And again, oh my gosh, and so this is the void in the mask, see the void looking into the stars, all that missing emotion and the missing life, it's the disassociation from the body, putting on the mask, not being able to say anything with this big thing around her neck. And this is a whole gap in her world. This disassociation when she's at this place. Because she disappears into the stars when this is happening, because her sacral chakra's been having the magic put on it by this devil energy here. Just left like this. See, and that's lowering. When a person's in that energy and forced, this is a forced energy, right? forced energy. Yeah, look, that one just to the lovers there just had to. It was like forced its way out like that. Forced love. It just forced its way out like that. And here's the force, and this sorrow left with this broken cup. There's poison there as well, and there's three people. There's three people in this. There's three people for this girl. There's two of blood. What? So she's been sent back to their original family after being programmed in the orphanage to work on that farm. So, going back in the story, wow. Was this, the parents that, remember her mother was the one that got pregnant by the original character in our story, right? We're going to go back to him too and see what's happened there. As well as the mother, we'll find out what happened to the mother, who was in the institution. I've got a feeling that she didn't survive that institution. So we've got spilled blood. But it's like, here's the institution there on the other side of this river. And these three calves are spilled. Blood. So that's family. Broken family. But she's been sent back to the original family of the girl that was put in the institution. So she called back to that family that gave her up for the institution because she was pregnant. They didn't want to be seen. That's a shame, right? I don't think she survived the institution. But we'll put some cards on that. Let's find out. So that's a bridge. We'll put that. So see, she had to. Okay, so we're going to put this here because this is the forced coupling here. Oh. So she's got pregnant here too, lost 3 babies. And she's had 2. She's had 5 children, all up, 3 of them lost. From this forced, couplings. Well, my God. Let's go with the mother. So this child's mother that was institutionalized, Holy Spirit. Can you fill us in what happened to the mother that was in the institution? Remember, this is the child that was in the orphanage. But what happened to the mother in the institution? She became a nurse. Afterlife ancestors. We got that. She became. afterlife ancestor. So this person afterlife ancestor, nurse. What happened to the nurse? What is the nurse here? Bishop. Got a bishop. What the hell? She became part of the institution? What is it to do with this bishop? What's this bishop? Got a name. Got a name. What's this? Let me pull this other card here. Just let me pull this one. Okay. Bishop. Why is the bishop here? Oops. Addiction. Spiritual vampire. Spiritual vampire. Fall into the stars. The void again. There's the void. Hang on. Just let me focus here in a second. Something's interrupting. Okay. Yes. Okay. Bishop. Why is the bishop here? So this is about what happened to the girl that originally was institutionalized for being pregnant. What happened? I've got love, the bishop, sex addiction, a tiger. A tiger is a predator. The sex addiction, bishop. And it's falling on this King of Wands here as well. So I'm getting here like that, yeah, afterlife. Let's try this again. What happened to the girl? Let's see how this comes out again, right? Forgiveness. Afterlife ancestors. Fire. Forgiveness. This is what I got. I'm going to show this. I wasn't going to show this. I don't know if that is relevant to anybody else. And we've got Orion Starseed Grey. So the girl, the nurse, Bishop. The girl in the institution, please, Spirit. Again, give us a clear message here. Like, what happened to her? Give us clarity. What happened to the girl in the institution that was taken away for being pregnant? I got twin flame at the bottom of the deck and consumers. I got Palladian star seed at the back with brown. Consumers. Consumers? What's the consumers? What is this? Consumers? Yes. I'm just going, yes. What does that mean? Beauty, clear sky, gay, happiness, fight. I'm not getting any clear messages about this girl. It's really, really messed up. Let's ask a question here. Did the girl survive the institution, Spirit? Did she come out of the institution? Water. Look. What come out? Damn. MK Ultra. Water. Hoe. Emotional. Shire. So she got labelled the hoe in the Shire, and something to do with the water, but MK Ultra's here. Okay, so did she survive? Like, what happened to her? It's like she's at a dead end here. Inheritance in reverse, apology. What happened after the institution? It was like she just clear sky. I got clear sky again, and truth in reverse. It's almost like maybe I'm using the wrong cards. We'll come back to that girl, alright, later after. So that was the mother, so we're not getting any clear messages there apart from she became like, I don't like saying it, but yeah, like a hoe in the Shire, like the prostitute in the Shire, like. Truth at the bottom of the deck. Well, she would have been labelled that, right? That's the MK Ultra that's planting that seed in the brain. For her to believe that lack mentality, that she couldn't be anything other than that, because that's what they said. That's what they told her she was going to be. But anyway, let's get back to the child. Her child, right, was then this child here that has been abused in this workplace was sent back to the family, which would have been her grandparents, right? Doing this to her. Doing this. So generation. So we've got this built 3 generations here. So it was, well, we had the original, and it's poison, like this green here's like poisoned. So there was the man who got the girl pregnant, who was his sister. Remember? Because he was given to the cousins, the auntie and uncle, but he got somebody pregnant from the original family that he came from. But that family was all mixed up too with the indigenous women, so there was all these, so I don't know, so that girl came from somebody in amongst that lot, whether it was the white farmers, the Wreck family, or whether she was from somebody in that community that lived on that property, you know, the indigenous people, because that's who he was from. His mother was indigenous, the father was the grandfather, and that was his father. His grandfather was his father, but to an indigenous, his indigenous granddaughter. Oh, fuck, that's confusing. So 1, 2, 3. So the girl was put in the institution because she got pregnant forcibly. Actually, I don't know. It wasn't, not with the boy that was given to the auntie and uncle. It was but what they found, this is why the family and the institution got together, because they were relatives, but they didn't know it. And so they put her into the institution, and then the child was just put in an orphanage. So we're back to the girl in the orphanage. So that's like 1, 2, 3, third generation, the third generation of incest. There's 2 other sides here to the family that are not connected to this incestual thing going on. Which would have been his siblings that were actually of the original farmer, mother and wife. Well, I was saying mother and wife, father and mother, which was his stepmother and his father, that was also his grandfather. So there's something to do with these siblings. This cup's standing up. But this is for this girl. Why is there a connection there to this girl? I don't know. That might come out again in a while. So she's trapped in this situation. It's this forced situation. Okay, forced to surrender, because we've got the surrender card here. So what happens now? Forced to surrender to this abuse. So these are actually family members. These are family members coming to her still with this 7 illusions. What's going on here? Tilla, I'm getting knocked around here. There's, yeah, like, I just said we're getting knocked around, like, this. So we've got the 7 of Cups, so all these illusions of who's who is just got everyone fucked up, right? But she's still having to endure all this wounding in her new beginning. It was supposed to be when she was, left the institution, left the orphanage, put out in amongst all these illusions and there's messages and wands and confusion and there's wounding. But she's just a child. This is like the beginning of her life after leaving the orphanage. It's filled with this shit. But we've got judgment here. The King of Cups. And what's that? Truth. The truth of the King of Cups here is here now, ending this cycle. This is the generational curse breaker, right? With a Queen of Pentacles in jail. And we've got the stars trying to come out here, and we've got the family and the 6 of Pentacles. Star. Oh, wait. Surrender. Okay, so she's had to surrender. Let's see what comes out here after that. Okay, juggling the Pentacles from a thief. So she's having to work through all this. It's not over. She's still being stolen from. She's not being paid properly, or she's not being paid. So she can't get out of this situation. Because they're just like keeping her for fucking sex slave. As well as having to do all the work as a domestic. And she's just a child here. Like, she's trying to look for a way out. She's a star. Surrender to the family. So she's just given up and she's just gone with it. It doesn't look like she got much choice, really. So she got 2 children here. So there's King of Pentacles and a King of Swords, so there's 2 different two different fathers here. We've got this institution in reverse. We've got an Emperor and the 5 of Swords. So she couldn't go, the institution has just abandoned her, kept her in the Hangman, Page of Pentacles, in reverse, breadcrumbed, Ten of Pentacles, breadcrumbed by this, because she's already been programmed to be submissive and surrender. But this is her own family. But she didn't know them because she's been in the institution. I don't know if this is the father, the original father here, or the mother's father. I've got the mother's father and someone else here. There's two kids here to two different men. That's probably these two cups here. Two cups that are still standing up. So she's got two children here, and there's the two children here, the family. So she's got a family in this situation now. But there's two men here. And there's no support from the institution anymore. So they just, left her. And no support. And she didn't know anything else. Okay. So the release. What's the release here, Spirit? I think the release is like we're letting go. She's just going with it. Release. Oh, what else? Didn't really have much choice, does she? We have an offer with the Knight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune, something's moving slowly but surely. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, look like the Wheel of Fortune just came out again, like it just came out and then it just came out again. So that there's momentum that she's moving. We've got the institution here again, the church. Is possibly, at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Empress. We've got the Empress and the Queen of Wands here. And we've got stability. Well, that looks like something positive. Six of Pentacles as well. And Seven of Pentacles. Move to calmer waters, away from this family or away from this organisation. Look, so somebody's given her an offer to get out of this, and it's given her opportunity. This is a mother figure, and it's the Hierophant. This could be the church. Stability. To move on. I'm feeling that she's developed a real faith in God and become an empress. And the Queen of Wands, knowing what she wants. She wants stability. Maybe that's that nurse energy that came out. I just want to get away from all this shit. Yeah. So she's got out. Let's have a look, see where this goes. Look at the moon at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles, Spirit. The Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This looks good. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, it's fake. And I said, no, it's fake. Oh. We got a fake offer. I thought it was looking good. No, not to walk away. Got institution at the back. It's fake. Well, that was actually looking pretty good, but... Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So where did she go with this Knight of Pentacles? Where did she go? Where did she go? We got a glitch in a fight. An old person. And it just fell on this King of Wands here. So, who is this? Contract. We've got a liar and a contract, and we've got karma in reverse. Fuckwit. So, with the contract here, it looks like she's got an offer from a liar to move forward. So she was looking. So over here with the Empress and the Queen of Wands and the stability, this is what she's hoping for, right? But yeah, underneath that we've got the Sun in reverse, so the happiness is in reverse. So she's seen it as a fortunate offer to move forward. But yeah, there's something going on in the moon, right? Under the moon. So it might be one of these kings here, whether it's like the King of Swords or the King of Pentacles. So who's the King of Swords here, Spirit? King's a mouth, MK Ultra, and mouth. What? Pillow talk. We've got Guy, but it's in reverse. So I'm getting that as like happiness, but it's in reverse. It's not a happy situation. We've got mouth. What is that? Stop. Okay, so this is like a handler to stop her being able to express herself. This is the King of Swords. So this is somebody put in there to keep her quiet, offering fake love. Okay, who's the King of Pentacles? King of Pentacles. I've got a kangaroo here, right? And a baby. This is like escaping. So she's looking for somewhere to escape. She's looking for an escape, and she's looking to these lovers. I wouldn't really call them lovers, or you know, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. She's looking for a way out though. King of Pentacles. Unfortunately, the offers well, there's a liar, got gratitude, glitch again, a warlock. Shit. Because we've got to remember that this is how they keep people in their place, as they make that attachment with the sex magic. So once they've been tarnished, basically they've got a hold of them because they forced themselves on this person, and then all of a sudden this person became labelled as a hoe, But this is forced. This monkey keeps coming out in reverse, so it's like a player in reverse. Sky, so we've got sky. I normally take the sky as like clear, but it's in reverse. Sky in reverse. Oh, warlock showing itself again. Just one card here, please, Spirit. Oh, look at that. Aren't we watching this? Look, family curse continues. Revelation. Okay, so the revelation is that she's aware of this family curse now. Okay, the Page of Wands. We've got gratitude and river. See, river, something to do with the water. Because we have water and then we've got river. So it's something to do with the river. A promise in reverse. So this is like hypnosis in reverse. Gratitude. So she's, river is like flow. Yeah, she's going with the flow. And she's expressing gratitude. Because gratitude's just come out. Where did that go? Got land and promise in reverse. So she's going with the flow, and she's going with the flow, and we've got jealousy at the bottom here. Oversee. Got an overseer, that's like a handler. But she's going with the flow. She doesn't have much of a choice. So what do we got? Oh, we've got an hour and a half. We've been in this an hour and a half already. So just one more here, Spirit, to get us. We'll have to come back to this. So this is our child people. This is the family curse, 4th generation. So how are we going to move into the next story? I think the next story will go with which way the man went. The original man, which way he went. So this girl's gone. It's still in the family. This King of Cups. So which direction is she headed in? Yeah, look, still MK Ultra. Yeah, still under the spell. Like she's still trapped. She's still under the spell. Is what we've got here. Going with the flow, under the spell. She's not upsetting the apple cart, basically. So she's not speaking out. She's just stuck in it, going with the flow. With these two energies. So she's got with this authority over her. Okay, so we're still trapped in MK Ultra, 4th generation. Okay. So please like, share and subscribe. Like, it's really important. Like, if you're watching these videos, to like it, because that helps me, right? And I'm giving these videos for free, although you can donate to my PayPal account, which is on the main page. I will put it on the description, in the description box as well. If you'd like to donate for this story, would be cool. I am going to continue the story. There's a lot of people out there need to know about this shit, because this is not an isolated situation here. This is like pretty big, right? Massive, massive. Because this is the way that our society's created, our slave labour society. So I'm going to leave that story right there, and I'll bring it back again tomorrow, and we'll follow. We will follow this girl as well, but at the moment she's stuck in that MK Ultra. She's got 2 children there, to 2 different fathers. which are relatives. At least one of them's a relative anyway. Maybe not the King of Swords, but the King of Pentacles is. It's this person that's coming in the night, you know, like this one. That's the father to one of the children. Yep. So I'll leave it there, but yeah, tomorrow I'll probably follow the energy of the original male character, okay? The one that was given up to this auntie and uncle, who is, that uncle is this character, and that's who the boy was given up to, but that's where his daughter ended up, that he never knew, the daughter he never knew. So we'll find out which way he went after that. Do that tomorrow. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. And I hope you can hear me with this microphone, because it's something to do with my low voice, I think, that makes it so difficult to